So cats that get an upper respiratory infection tend to get what you would call a runny nose, nasal discharge. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's green or yellow, and sometimes it can cause difficulty breathing because they have such small nostrils. A little
Hmm.
bit of obstruction from mucus can actually cause some issues. The other thing cats like to get with an upper respiratory infection is they get some eye involvement, what we would call conjunctivitis, pink eye in humans. It's just an infection of the eye. It can be one or both eyes. And often you'll see similar things as you would with the nose. Discharge, it can be clear, white, yellow, or green. Sometimes they'll kind of start to keep their eyes closed, one or both of them. The eyes may look red. Sometimes even their little third eyelid, which is their extra eyelid that we don't
Hmm.
have, it's attached at the bottom and it'll kind of come up and cover the eye. And so all of these are really common symptoms of upper respiratory infection. The other thing you should know is that these infections tend to be contagious. So, one of the things I recommend to clients all the time is that when they're bringing a new pet into their house, a cat, especially if they found it outside or recently adopted, they may want to consider quarantining this pet in a
Hmm.
separate room, bathroom, for probably 2 weeks, just to make sure that their new pet's not going to get sick and that it's not going to spread it to everybody in the house. Now, luckily, these viruses, which is what they usually are, don't tend to be contagious to humans. So you don't really have to worry about that part. But you do want to make sure you're washing your hands, maybe even checking your clothes if you're going to be in with your new cat, and then
Hmm.
also with the rest of your pets. Some things you can do at home to help your pets when they're having an upper respiratory infection is like, I don't recommend giving medications like over the counter medications, but I do recommend putting them in a bathroom with like a hot shower running. That can
Hmm.
really help with the congestion. And it's one of those things that's not going to do any harm, but may actually make a big difference to their quality of life while their body's trying to fight off the virus.
Hmm.
And in more severe circumstances, we do recommend coming in for a veterinary appointment. Sometimes we'll prescribe antibiotics or antivirals. A lot of times, the conjunctivitis problems will need some topical medications. And you especially want to bring your pet in if they're acting sick. What I mean by that is they are acting lethargic, if they're hiding in weird places, decreased appetite, and especially things like vomiting, diarrhea.
Hmm.
Those are really big triggers. You're not going to want to wait a week on those. You're going to want to call your vet or Flagler Animal Hospital. We'll get you in same day.